While I was reading up on the ridiculousness of the Shadow of War's microtransaction, Christ, I almost got French there, microtransactions scheme, where basically the true ending was locked behind a tedious quest that involved a shit ton of grinding or paying for loot boxes to get the legendary orcs and whatnot. It reminds me of Batman Arkham Knight, or Arkham, what was the last Batman game where the true ending was hidden behind finding all the goddamn Hitler trophies? God, where the fuck is my mind going? Sorry, it's late at night and there are people with hangovers, so I'm trying to be somewhat kind by keeping my voice down in my own place. You know how, I don't even know why the hell I'm doing that. But anyway, while I was trolling around looking at this crap for Shadow of War's another bleak day in the gaming industry for AAA, I came across this news of Chris Avellone possibly working on a Fallout game, and I immediately began to be filled with jubilation. There was hope. This is probably what it felt like for Yoda when he realized Luke Skywalker could probably bring balance to the Force. That's exactly what I felt. Chris Avellone was going to bring balance to Fallout. One can only hope, but in all honesty, this is just basically speculation, simply because Chris Avellone originally put up a picture of him, a drawing of the Vault Boy being held by a stick figure saying, "I missed you so much." Now, I'm sure many of you know Chris Avallone's work if you've been playing RPGs for the past God knows how many years. He was involved in Fallout 2. He was involved in Fallout New Vegas. He was a co-founder of Obsidian. He's involved in Divinity Original Sin and Original Sin 2, I believe. Well, definitely Original Sin 2. He also did Knights of the Republic 2. One of my favorite RPGs of all fucking time. Oh my god. I remember Knights of the Republic 2 and thinking, they can't possibly make a better game. And they fucking did it. And my mind was blown, because how often is a sequel better than the original? So rare it's not even funny, unless Chris Avallone's involved. So frankly, my faith that there might be a Fallout game that isn't total shit has been slightly restored, but we shouldn't get too happy because it's Chris Avellone. It's not all of Obsidian, and Chris Avellone doesn't want to work with Obsidian. I think he left them in 2015, and he's also like a freelance independent guy or something, as an independent contractor. So it could be Chris Avellone writing the story while Bethesda makes the shitty game. That's a possibility. A sad one. I mean, well, at least the story would be good, but overall the game would still probably be ass with their recent sort of Call of Duty thought process.
To do something new with role-playing and guns. The original inspiration was, imagine Burnout Crash Mode with body parts.
Our game is primarily first person. So when you have guns in first person, the bar has been raised. You know, you've got Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, you get to approach that level, but at cover, we've really had to compensate for that.
What we're doing technically with Fallout 3, we're drawing twice as much stuff on the screen and faster, right? So our actual ability to put things on the screen and have them look cool or be cool or do more with characters, explosions, whatever we want. We had a build that was just called Guns. And all the build was about was shooting guns. Like, how do they feel in your hand? And so there was no, it must do this, it must do this, it must do this. It's just about guns. And that kind of will get us on a path of something that is just a lot more fun. That your character can go in and advance, blow the leg off one guy, the head off another, and the arm off another in some equilibrium style, pop, 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 that you, unless you were like Call of Duty Ninja Master, you could never do as a player. It's like we want you to feel super powerful in those moments.
Then there's also the other caveat that there's a possibility this could be that Fallout Online game that was rumored for a long time. And God, I hope that is not the case. A Fallout Online game would be horrendous. It'd be completely and utterly horrible, a nightmare. And you're probably sitting there going, Gundam, Fallout Online would be a great idea. Yeah, that's what everybody said about Knights of the Republic Online. It seemed like a great idea on paper. Everybody was psyched till it came out and reality set in. Bethesda does not make good online games. I'm sorry. Hell, they don't even make good single player games. Oh, Chris Avellone also worked on Prey. That's why everybody's saying Prey is great. And since it's a Bethesda game, I just wrote it off as like, whatever, I don't care. But they're like, Chris Avallone's in it, so, or a part of it, so I might check out Prey on that alone. Chris Avellone is also attached to projects such as Pathfinder, Kingmaker, the System Shock reboot, as well as Bard's Tale 4. So it's quite possible that Obsidian's co-founder profile picture changing isn't intentionally implying that he's working on a new Fallout game. Of course, Avellone could simply be working on a project that's related to the franchise outside of the video game medium, as he's previously written comic books for Fallout New Vegas universe entitled All Roads. Like I said, we shouldn't get too happy. There's a shot this might not be a Fallout game, which would be a major downer. And in other news, not too amazing news, Chris Avellone did change his Fallout picture yet again, and they called it breaking news. And it's basically the Vault Boy and the stick figure looking back at whoever's looking at the profile and saying, there it is again, that sense of being watched. So he is playing with everybody. I honestly hope that this does lead to a Fallout game. Please, please let Obsidian work on it. Please, Chris Avellone, work with Obsidian. Please make an RPG out of Fallout again. And I know there's a handful of people who've been drinking the Kool-Aid. I saw some of them last night. I was going through some information, you know, looking up. Videos are mainly research at this point. And I actually saw people sitting there defending Bethesda's Fallout 4 and saying it was better than New Vegas. I nearly spilled my sanity on the floor. That's the last time I go to the comment section at IGN. It's pure cancer. I'd rather play Overwatch. The cancer is less cancerous there, if that even makes sense as a sentence. In all honesty, I figured I might as well make a video on it. Why the hell not? Not too many people. Actually, people are probably going to start catching on to this. I know Tweaktown just put up a tweet out about this like a while after I tweeted it, and I'm like, shit, I better do something before it becomes common knowledge. I hope it's a game, but I have a feeling it might not be. I don't want to get myself too, I don't want to get myself too much into the idea of it's actually being a Fallout game I want, because let's fucking face it. The Rolling Stones said you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes you might find you get what you need. Shit, that's a lie. You don't even get what you need in this day and age. Now, well, you don't have to rate and comment, subscribe this, because I'm just giving you a little bit of news without sensationalizing it too much, and giving you a sort of fair assertion of the situation, because I don't want to bang the gong that Chris Avellone is working on a Fallout game and mislead people. I mean, there's a possibility, but maybe not. There's also the possibility it could just be him doing something to honor the 20 years of Fallout existing. Who knows? Fuck it. Rate, comment, subscribe if you so choose to. If not, to hell with it. I know your time is precious and you don't have time to click a damn like button. But as always, if you choose to follow me, remember, the more of you that follow and support me, the louder my voice gets in the industry. Yeah, the louder it gets in the industry, the more respect people will have to give me. Because I'll have, like, my word would finally hold some sort of weight. Like a small child wearing boxing gloves, punching his father in the nuts.